Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Empress Raven, also known as Raven. Here to bring you another good, informative, herbal DIY Yoni steam video. Well, it's not another. I'm here to just bring you another herbal DIY. Anywho, so yes, many of you have possibly come across my page due to a very widespread video of me explaining how to make herbal smoke blends. So I've decided to continue on that path of teaching to help you all discover another healing practice that I also am intimate with, a service that I offer, and a product that's also in my shop. Thank you so much, because many of you from seeing my herbal smoke blend video have actually placed many orders in my shop, and you all get my pre-rolls now and my teas and so on and so forth. So I really wanted to create space and time to introduce you all to another very popular herbal blend that's made in the shop in the Zane Organics cupboard, to help you all continue to just learn more and enlighten yourselves and really discover the power of healing in your own hands. So as we get started, I am going to just list like my my tools that I have here. I'm earth sign, so I love any type of wooden bowl or plank or dish or whatever. So I'll be using this bowl to place the herbs in as I talk about them. And I have these other two bowls here that have some rose petals and some crystals in it as we dive further in, but it really doesn't take much. The herbal Yoni steam is literally a customized herbal mix that is specific for your vagina. So this is like giving your vagina a facial, but it's really deep and penetrating, okay? At the surface level, some immediate effects that you do get from Yoni steaming is that thing get tighter, that thing get wetter, okay? That's just on the surface. So with your typical topical facial, you will see, you know, radiance, new fresh layer of skin, like whole nine. And this is something that usually you can benefit from immediately after your service. So yes, immediately after steaming, say for instance in about an hour after you done rested and finished doing what you gotta do, honey, yes, that night the difference will be felt, okay? So yes, one of the immediate and probably widely known bonuses of vaginal Yoni steaming is that you get tighter, you get wetter. But that's simply because, for one, the technique. Any type of steaming that allows you to, it allows what needs to go, and what needs to come in, okay? And of course, creating sanctuary, creating ritual, and doing this for yourself before and after your monthly cycle is just, it's chef's kiss. It's ideal. It keep your girl young and bright and tight and doing all the things right. All right. So let's just first dive into a little bit of history when it comes to herbal Yoni steaming. Like I said, our ancient ancestors have been using this practice for generations, honey. And it's really like sitting on the throne. You create your throne. And this is also ideal for men, especially guys that are older in age, that to help prevent any type of prostate issues. So yes, you can do couple steaming. Also, for my LGBTQ community and all walks of life, my masculines, this is a great steam for the anus. Yes, that's another entryway that herbs can help heal, keep tight, keep wet, keep right, and also replenish and renew and revitalize and keep you healthy. So herbal Yoni steaming is for everyone. Herbs are a gift from Mother Nature, and the healing is never ending, okay? So all we're simply doing is finding our ways back to our ancient beginnings and healing ourselves without the help of any type of pharmaceutical. I'm not gonna say nothing more because I don't want my video to get, you know, messed around with. Yes, Royals. I've always loved that song. Anywho, so women usually encounter problems such as, extreme cramps, bloating, fatigue, bacterial vaginosis, yeast infections, and all things of that nature. And yoni steaming is, like I said, that vaginal facial, that sitting on the throne. It's a process that allows your divine femininity to truly be encompassed and explored, and is a good womb revitalizer energetically and physically. Okay, it's a meditative and intimate practice, and it's been around for centuries. Some other things that I wrote is about how yoni steam, some major benefits of yoni steaming, especially creating a ritual. Like I said, before and after the cycle is ideal, but you can steam as much as you like in a week, especially if you're dealing with a, like I said, if you've been eating too much dairy, your diet is out of whack, and you're about to start cleaning it up, and you wear tight pants, and you wear tight panties, you be wearing thongs and stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying? It gets your girl, throw it off. You had a little day of recklessness, and you didn't wipe thoroughly, or you wiped in the wrong direction, or you let somebody with a nasty mouth put their mouth on you down there, and now your girl all out of whack. That's the level of sensitivity that we as women truly do deal with, okay, honey? And when those situations present themselves, we have to heal naturally. We have to go back in. We have to realign our energy centers, and we gotta purge that away, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically, and we got to get back right, okay? So yoni steaming is a very intimate practice that crosses T's and dots I's across all of those facets, okay? So some other benefits of herbal yoni steaming, we have, of course, it helps with maintaining good reproductive health, balancing the hormones, and is always a treat for postpartum healing of the pelvic floor. And I don't have it made up right now, but I have a few steams, I think 6, that I already have love crafted and blended, and you can purchase in the shop. So aside from that, with the magic potency and purity of the herbs and a safe space, all you need is 20 minutes of sanctuary for self. That's all you need. 20 minutes, no longer than 20 minutes, okay, for your herbal yoni steam to take place. And like I said, removing toxins, regulating the menses, reducing painful bloating, treating bacteria overflow and yeast infections, helping you maintain a good feminine odor, honey. Get a smelling right, all right? It also treats hemorrhoids, heals the damaged vaginal tissue. So that tightness comes from a few herbs. I know oregano is a good snatch back because it purify that thing, okay? But we have herbs that actually nourish the vaginal tissues and give them that juicy, oozy that we all know and love, okay? So, again, strengthens and tightens. It also increases sexual energy, honey. It definitely helps the libido. It removes abnormal growth, so you can melt away fibroids with a steam, and I definitely have a fibroid-free yoni steam in the shop, already made up for you if that's the journey that you were on, naturally healing and melting those fibroids away. And it also releases stagnant energy so we can really tap into our creativity. So it promotes creativity as we release energies of past lovers, unfortunate miscarriages, trauma from childhood possibly. Just, it's really a beautiful synergy filled moment in time that we as women, as we take the throne and we step into this level of intimate self-care, we really do enhance and capitalize all of our abilities from this 20-minute moment in time. And doing it consistently with ritual, with the moon cycles, making sure your menses is on the cycle with the moon, and really being in harmony with nature, the divine feminine. Come on, let's get it. The divine feminine exists in any and all things. In any and all things. The divine feminine aspect exists in any and all things. So, yes. Like I said, this is a couples thing. The divine masculine, the male, your male counterpart has to be balanced, masculine and feminine, just like we are balanced, masculine and feminine. But like I said, the feminine principle exists in all things. The male principle does not exist in all things, but the feminine principle does. Okay, so let's keep it right, keep it tight. I've actually recorded this video a few times, and so yeah, but instead of me creating one of the steams that are in my shop, I'm just going to give you all some good informative insight on some herbs that I have in front of me, and just really teach you how you can intuitively make a steam based off of doing your own herbal research. And you can also look in the cabinet for majority of these things. Honey, I'm a good who-do, and we come from that good granny kitchen magic. Okay, so like I said, a lot of what you can use in your steam are more than likely herbs that you already have in your cabinet. So let's dive right in. I'm going to put a glove on my left hand because I'm dominant with my right. I'm going to use my right to open a lot of these dishes. But first and foremost, let's talk about red raspberry leaf. Now, you heard me discuss red raspberry leaf in the herbal smoke blend video because this is a good base for many things, including a vaginal yoni steam. So I'm going to reiterate. Red raspberry leaf, as you can see, is like a grassy. It's a fluffy leaf. It's fluffy. It strengthens and tones the uterine and pelvic muscles, and is a good pelvic and uterus relaxant. So you can drink raspberry leaf tea alone by itself and give your uterus a good hug, okay? Just alone. You can sip raspberry tea all month long. This is just one of those good antibodies, antioxidants, good revitalizing herbs for the womb in particular, okay? So majority of my bases are raspberry leaf, depending on the intention of the steam. With my with my menopause, yes, menopause, because we definitely have a steam for the lady going through the changes it experienced in the menopause and stepping into hormonal balance. As you can see, there's no raspberry leaf in this blend because the intention with this is to very much so around balancing the hormones. It's around keeping the energy center clear. Not that we don't want to keep the uterus healthy, but sometimes we just need a mix of potent root herbs, and you know, the raspberry leaf can definitely be optional. Okay, so there we go with raspberry leaf. All right, and I'll buy it by the pound because I use a whole bunch of it. And Star West Botanicals, you can definitely get it at a good price. It's about 30 bucks for a pound of it, and I feel like it's definitely a good herb that needs to be in every cupboard. Next, let's dive into some rosemary, honey, because this is also one of those good kitchen herbs that you possibly already have and didn't know had healing benefits for the womb. So when it comes to rosemary actually increases blood circulation to the reproductive organs. So if you are working on fertility, rosemary will be great for you. I also use rosemary in my energy smoke blend because it is really good with enhancing the mood as well. Herbs have so many properties and healing benefits, but like I said, rosemary, it definitely helps with circulation. So circulation mentally, like I said, with energy, it helps stimulate the mood, get those good brain juices flowing. And in the womb space, keep in mind, your stomach is your first brain. What you eat has a lot to do with your thought process and your ability to think positive thoughts. So maybe your intention is to cleanse the connection with in your mental body by helping you circulate more blood and a stronger vital life force energy to your root chakra. So your intention with your yoni steam could be to do just that, and you can do that by adding rosemary. All right. Next, let's tap into this good basil, honey, because we're on a roll with things that are possibly already in the kitchen. Okay, and I use basil in my Steady Love blend, okay? Steady Love, this Yoni steam blend is created for my women who have inconsistent menses, all right? You come on 3 months in a row and then you don't bleed for 2. Then you come on for 2 months in a row and you don't bleed for 5. You know, it's inconsistency in that area, and we need some steady love. Okay, we need some steady love, all right? So one way to promote that good steady flow is actually with basil. It is a good stimulant to the uterus to help tell that thing to come on down. Come on down now. Let's invite flow to the living room, okay? So basil helps invite flow to the barbecue. Just on a consistent basis, so she can stop in and say hey a few times and let us know that we living right and doing what we need to do, and we don't got nothing stuck up in there causing us no heartache and pain. So yes, you can add basil to your Yoni steam if you know that your cycles come on when they feel like it. And that ain't right. All right. So next, let's dive into this mix of herbs that is really commonly used in majority of Yoni steams. So in this is actually a facial steam. And maybe that might be the next video. Because herbs can be used in anything, anywhere, anytime, any place, honey. Yes, Maxwell. But in this mix, we have calendula, we have chamomile, we have lavender, and we have rose petals, okay? Many Yoni steams come with this powerhouse of combination of herbs, okay? And I'm going to let you know why. For one, chamomile. Boom, we got a little bag of it right here. She's always invited to the party. You wanna know why chamomile can always come to the party? Because she soothes the vaginal tissues, honey. Like I said, she nourishes them. She gives it helps just this that the Yoni be needing, okay? Chamomile's that it's just that soothing of the vaginal walls. It just gives them a hug, gives them a good hug. You know that kind of hug that we like. Yes, ma'am. Okay? And we have calendula. Like I said, calendula is in this mix. I ran out of the bag of it, but calendula looks a little like this. You can get a full flower of it as well. But I'm just gonna sprinkle this whole mix right here. Oh, okay. So yes, calendula is good for cleansing, and it helps with inflammation. Okay, so say for instance you done got your hands on a perfume-based soap that don't do you no good, and you need to cleanse that Yoni of that irritation and inflammation because it'll get swollen up red like a bell pepper. You know, I know. You done use the detergent that got too much in it. That got your girl on fire down there. Calendula, it helps with the inflammation. It cleanses all that out. And I use it in the majority of my steams because energetically wise, especially after my cycle, I want to make sure it's all good and clean out. You know what I mean? Purified, fresh, and ready to go. All right, for the next rodeo. Next in this mix, of course, I did mention is lavender. Lavender is a good antiseptic, sedative, and it relaxes the nerves and the muscles, honey. So yes, when you are on that pot, that throne, that lavender is there just helping you stay in this meditative space, this synergetic space of just glory and deliciousness. Now keep in mind, lavender and chamomile are both optional. They are not mandatory. So if you are allergic to them, do not add that to your steam. Do not add it to your bloodstream because that's exactly where all these herbs are going. You're creating you're conjuring a mix, a tea, a brew specifically for your vagina, and the steam allows it to go straight into your bloodstream, okay? So if you're allergic to lavender and chamomile, research other herbs that provide a soothing and antiseptic benefit so you won't be setting yourself up for failure, okay? Because that's all you'll be doing. And next we have rose petals. And at times, I definitely love a good fresh batch of flowers, and using those rose petals from my dried flowers in my steam. I always make multiple uses on them. I sit them on my altar, but as you can see, I'm going to take these and I'm going to crush them up with all my love, and these dried rose petals serve a purpose in my Yoni steam. Okay? So yes, dried rose petals. Dried rose petals literally can go in any steam because for one, it's the highest vibrational flower on the planet, so you need this good high vibration goodness, and it also has a cooling effect, so it helps temper the steam in itself, and it helps give you that sweet that sweet, okay? It's a high vibrational being in itself. So just the energy and the calming and cooling effects that it gives is always a gift. So roses to me are mandatory for my personal yoni steams, okay? Let me see what I got up here next. Okay, let's talk about this motherwort and mugwort family. Okay, we got mug on the left, mother on the right. All right, so mugwort. Mugwort, this is a highly spiritual herb. A lot of people drink mugwort tea when they're opening up. They want to receive a deeper sleep, a deeper level of consciousness in their sleep, and receive like more in-depth messages, open that third eye a little more. That's what mugwort is used for, okay, honey? So if you know mugwort usually takes you there pretty fast in a tea form, be mindful of how much you put in your yoni steam, because like I said, it's going directly to the bloodstream as well. But mugwort is great for those who experience a suppressed cycle. So like I said, the Steady Love blend, it has mugwort and basil in it because it tells Flo to bring her ass on home. Come down here, bring it in. But yes, mugwort is used to help support any suppressed energy, pretty much at the end of the day. So it helps release that and get your flow in order, get your flow on a more steady basis. All right, and we have motherwort, which was mentioned briefly, possibly in, like I said, the herbal smoke blend, how to DIY, okay? So motherwort is great for fatigue, cramps, and aids in extreme all over full body relaxation. So with that smoke blend, which is red raspberry leaf, rose petals, and motherwort, honey, that's relaxation in a raw relaxation in raw form, honey. My uterus is getting some love. My whole body is relaxing. That's serenity. That's why it's named what it is, because it creates a serene synergy within. So, mugworts, if you are experiencing heavy cramps, extreme fatigue, your back be hurting, and you be breaking down every time, honey, not only do you need to be making you sipping on some serenity tea, but your yoni steam need to have some motherwort in it, okay? Motherwort is the full body relaxing that helps release all that stagnant, trapped, painful energy from the body. And in all honesty, it's just, I forgot what I was about to say, but use that. When your body hurting, this is what I was about to say. Your diet plays a major role in this, okay? So these herbs are very potent and very strong, and they carry their own level of power, but your diet is key. You can't be eating all the dairy and the darkness, the ice cream and the cheeses, and an extreme level of meats, and expecting your organs, your uterine tract, your body to not have trouble breaking that down. So when it can't break it down, it builds it up, and it creates mucus in the body. And mucus what really creates tumors, and some of them are cancerous and some of them are not. But that's how we end up forming fibroids, along with having a lot of trapped trauma in that sacral chakra, in that root chakra, and that solar plexus chakra adds on to it. And so by the time all of that energy mixed with the mucus from processed foods, dairy, cheese, sex with Tyrone, and you shouldn't have had nothing to do with him no way after he did what he did to you, poor sleep habits, not exercising, that's how you end up with fibroids. Or, like I said, an overgrowth of bacteria, stagnancy, lack of creative power, lack of connection with your intuition, because it's clouded by all of that stuff. So that's why herbal yoni steaming is top tier self-care, sis. So if you're going to step into top tier self-care with the power of Mother Nature and all the herbs and things, honey, you need to be ready to release and release and relate and let go all the things that don't serve you. And dairy and a hell of a lot of meat from a man and from an animal it don't serve you as much as you might think it does. Everything in moderation, all right? Everything in moderation except for dairy. We don't need that. That really don't do shit for nobody. Okay, it's pus, it's mucus, it's snot, it's slime. It's let it go. Let it go. Speaking of letting it go, we're gonna talk about oregano because this bad boy right here. I don't think I got a punani power up here, but I make a mean punani pow. Okay, it's the punani power blend, honey, and it is top tier for purifying that thing. All right, so oregano, let's talk about it. It's soothing, it brings circulation, and it cleanses the uterus. It is the purifying herb. Okay, eat with it, season with it, get jiggy with it. You know what I'm saying? Purify me, baby. So you know you need to get that energy from the X, up out of that thing. Like hey, I add a little oregano to it. Serves many purposes, honey. But like I said, yes, I have a punani power blend that is just ideal for that synergy reset, that purifying of the uterus, purifying of the womb, get all that gunk from up there, just release it so you're the thing tighter and doing all the things that it need to do. Okay, and so we actually have a little blend made right here, but like as you can see, I took the education of the herbs, I took the energy of the herbs, I took the many meanings and the significance and the intention of the herbs, and I applied them in a way that was intuitively fit for me and for what I felt my system, my vagina, my womb needs at this time. And so this is like pretty much the herbs that I did choose to put in here are a monthly maintenance herb. And one monthly maintenance herb that I have in my shop is Pussy Fairy. Yes, honey. The Pussy Fairy herb is great for just general monthly maintenance. You don't have no issues. You're not trying to intentionally, do anything other than give your girl a good facial, good vaginal as she deserves and she desires, okay? And that too is a-okay. I do think Pussy Fairy is ideal for all my women that have a menses that comes on regularly, that aren't dealing with any types of extreme levels of purging, that are on a good clean diet, and you just want to help cleanse and purify, show your girl some love and keep the connection with your womb clean, clear, and under control. Pussy Fairy is ideal for you. But if you know what I'm saying, your pH is knocked off, or you have an older, or you're dealing with stagnant energy, you need to be purified due to clearing the energy from past lovers away, then punani power might be something you want to consider. And all of my other herbs outside of that, punani power, Pussy Fairy are my top two sellers. And we have Steady Love coming in number 3, because like I said, we have some women with some inconsistent cycles that need to get on a regular cycle. Fibroid free to help with that, melting away of fibroids. And of course we got men on pause, because we got to pause them to get our hormones in check, honey. All right. And obviously when you're going through menopause, ain't no man, child, or being birthed through that canal, so that's on pause too. Believe me, the names is clever. I'm no joke with it. But yes, these are the 3 of the 6 Yoni-verse herbs that are in the Zane Organics cover. All right, and here we are. We have made it to the end of creating our steam. We know the intention of the herbs, and all things is good to go. All right, you want to go ahead and bring 8 quarts of water to a boil. All right, you want to get that water boiled up as your steam is just waiting to be prayed over, because like I said, herbs are living, they're strong, they're potent, they're powerful, and they serve, and they're directly from source, directly an extension of Mother Nature. And so from here, I have taken my gloves off and I have put my herbs in another bowl. I'm going to now take some Florida water and I'm going to cleanse my hands, and I'm going to just begin saying a prayer over myself and over my hands as I'm cleansing. All right. It is ideal to already have your space made up, have your incense, have your journal, have your playlist. All right. And if you're in need of a playlist, I got you covered on that end too, but we're gonna talk more about that after we get this part over. So my hands are cleansed with my good old Florida water. Spiritual Florida, you know, your house needs it. But my hands are cleansed with the Florida water, and that can be the end of your steam as you prep to charge your herbs now. And you also have the options of adding a crystal chips in this case. And I was gifted these by my beautiful sister, and these are just some very pure, beautiful, ancient, healing clear quartz chips. Clear quartz magnifies and can be any crystal you want it to be, but it magnifies any experience. It charges, it's like that power pack to any other crystal. And like I said, it can hold any property of any crystal that you tell it to. Okay, so I'm gonna add some clear quartz crystal chips into the Yoni steam, and from this moment I'm going to now mix and place my energy into the herbs, and I'm going to say a prayer. You can say a prayer aloud, you can say it in your mind, you can charge your herbs from the heart, but you take your time and you literally speak the life that you want these herbs to hold, as they are going to become one with your vagina, your womb, your uterus, your like I said, your first brain, and also the pathway to your intuition. And as we know, we need our intuition and wisdom to guide us more than ever at this time. So be very intentional about what you say, how you're feeling, what you're speaking, and what you are professing into your womb, as well as what you are releasing from your womb, what you are cutting cords with, what you are no longer taking with you. You know what I mean? Just a very beautiful prayer of just protection, prosperity, and happiness and connection. Whatever is coming to your heart to speak into your herbs and to place into the vibrational aspect of them. So mote it be, so it is, and it is done. Yeah, that's the how to make your own Yoni steam. And from there, you will make sure that your water temperature has come to a good temp, one that won't scorch you. So you can do that by checking the steam against your forearm, because it's pretty sensitive. And then, like I said, you've created sanctuary, you've created space to make sure that you have the sanctuary that you need for your Yoni steam. And you will place your timer on 20 minutes and you'll be good to go. So, some things that you want to be mindful of are also when you cannot steam, all right? And of course, the top 3 contradictions of steaming are: if you are pregnant, honey, you do not need to steam at all whatsoever. You do it after. And 9 times out of 10, you possibly steamed before, and that's how you was fertile enough to get it. But you do not steam during the time of conception. Also, when you are on your cycle, you only steam on your cycle. If you have any type of open wounds or sores in that area, that's not an ideal time to steam. You just want to go ahead and take care of that on its own, or let your body heal itself, but you do not want to add steam to that situation down there. And lastly, if you have an IUD in, or if you're dealing with any type of chronic reproductive condition, you might want to run this by your doctor. Hopefully your doctor is someone that you can trust and confide in, and they advise you on the steps that you should take towards switching to a natural remedy with healing your reproductive system. Okay, and so you also want to remove any piercings if that's what you got going on down there. Don't add any essential oils to this. Don't add no essential oils to your Yoni steam at all, okay? And like I said, make sure the temperature is mild and is at a good temp to where the steam feels good and comforting to you, but will not scorch your yoni. So be very mindful of the temperature before you spread and sit down. You want to have your blankets, you want to have your socks on, and be prepared to possibly take a nap or just take it slow after your yoni steam. Some women do experience an emotional upheaval due to the intention that they set with steaming. So if you set an intention to really cleanse and clear yourself and possibly do some cord cutting, be mindful of your emotions and how they may be in overflow, crying or things of that nature, and just create space to make sure that you can just take care of yourself in that moment. So I definitely advise not having a full workload or just a busy day immediately after steaming, because once again, it's a very meditative, it's a very intimate moment in time, and granted it's only 20 minutes, but it's an emotional, synergetic recharge. You know what I mean? It's a very intimate practice, so just create a good gap for you to be able to take care of yourself in a way that fits you at this time. And so yeah, I hope this insider information granted you what you came for, and you feel more confident and comfortable about creating your own yoni steam using some herbs and things that you possibly already have in your kitchen with a few other herbs to help you with your intention for steaming at that time. In the description box below, I am going to list a few herb combos that can help you get well on your way if you are dealing with menopause, or maybe you are dealing with bacterial vaginosis, or you just probably want to help heal yourself from any type of vaginal dryness. There are herbs out there that really do help cater to those specific things, and so in the description box below you will find those. And if you are interested in creating an experience with my products, with my Zane Organics products, I do offer soul care boxes at this time. They are in the shop, and they are truly a box of magic. And if you like to take your yoni steaming experience just a tad bit further with choosing, pick your path, okay? You choose what it is that you need, what you desire at this time. So in this box we have a body butter that is Reiki infused, so it carries the synergy. We have a spiritual bath. We have a smoke blend, and this also comes with a body exfoliant too, a little bit of everything. And like I mentioned earlier in the video, if you would like a playlist to help you really create the vibes and things of that nature, that comes with all the Mind, Body, Soul boxes. We have a collaborative playlist that you can scan a QR code and you can open up to the vibes that we've already created for you and add a song to it if you like. And on the back of our business cards, you can stay connected with us as well as leave us a review about your experience. So yes, if you like a yoni steam or just a mind, body, soul experience through one of our boxes, feel free to check out the pinned comment, which gets you directly to my shop. And happy steaming.